Hey, it's Carpo again. It's part 3. Okay, so last time I was talking about ley lines, I kind of got cut off, but I was done anyway. And it's perfect timing, actually. I don't know what else to say about it, because I don't know much else about it. So I'll leave it open to interpretation. Um, this is what I want to go into now, is solfeggio, ascension harmonics, frequency, DNA healing through frequencies, 852 hertz and 528 hertz, and all these different frequencies that are supposedly supposed to help you. If you don't know about this, look it up. Solfeggio, Solfeggio. It's basically a frequency of tones that are supposedly, how do I say, godly tones or angelic tones that'll supposedly heal your DNA. Some of them are good for love and peace and, you know, ascending, through your chakras and basically evolving. And first time I ever heard it, I was under the influence of something, and just a little bit. And the tears that came to my eyes when I first heard these tones, it really echoed with me. It just, I couldn't believe it. It just made me feel so happy inside. And that's why I got into it. And so I started listening to them over and over. And these tones, just, I became obsessed with it. And that's how I kind of got into this recent spiritual journey again. After I go through this every, year, I go through something different every year. And so this time I decided, I was going to look into these tones, and I can hear it right now in my head. And the thing is, once you hear the tones, and you know the tones and the solfeggio tones, then you can hear them in your head. And like 852, and I believe 528 is the one for love. Anyway, you can look it up yourself and figure it out. But I just wanted to see what people thought about it, and if anybody else has had any experiences with solfeggio frequencies and ascension harmonics, or using binaural beats, where you listen to headphones, and you have a tone in one ear and a tone in the other ear, and they're off by about 5 hertz or something like that, and eventually your brain compensates for that, and it creates kind of a state of being, depending on if you're meditating or what you're doing. Some of them claim to even get you high, but my personal reason for falling in love with certain tones was just the way they made me feel. They say over a period of time you can heal your DNA with these frequencies. So I wanted to know exactly how you heal your DNA, and if anybody else has had any types of experiences, like maybe having an illness that they were able to come out of because of using these harmonics or anything. Because they're pretty intense, and I started thinking, can we take these tones and make music? Can we take guitars and tune them to these frequencies? From what I've heard, they say that the Catholic Church suppressed these tones back in, oh gosh, I don't know, 1,000 years ago probably. Who knows? Could have been longer, could have been 2,000. I have no idea. But they've been suppressed because supposedly with these tones, they'll help you seek, your inner guidance and find your way, through the maze of life. And they didn't want that. And I'm not. I believe in the church conspiracy because I know that it's true, and they suppress knowledge that counteracts what they believe. And the Catholic Church is evil. I'm sorry, but not all the Catholic people are evil. So you can't misinterpret that. There's a lot of good religious people out there that are just in religions where the top officials in their religion are perpetuating the lie because it makes a lot of money. You can see that in a perfect form in, most monotheistic religions, especially Mormonism. They're making a lot of money off of that. But the Mormons are smart. They stockpile food, at least. So anyway, we've got these harmonics that are supposedly brought to you by these ancient religious peoples, and then they were just cut off and banished, from our knowledge. And now we're starting to come back into this knowledge. So I've been researching it, and I'll continue to see what I find out about them and continue to listen to them. And I can post more information about it down the road, see if I've actually, changed anything. But I'll tell you this, since I got into harmonics and, what I've been learning lately really, really resonates with me, which is why I'm doing these videos. All the synchronicities I've been having are just too uncanny. I mean, everything I manifest seems to just happen. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if I was able to actually start moving things physically. I mean, that's how real life has got. They say the more you learn, the more bright things get. And I was listening to Eckhart Tolle, and he really resonated with me to the point where I just, wow, his theory is basically just, live in the now. I thought, how perfect, but, even he's missing some certain part of it. Maybe I just haven't heard enough of his speeches, but he says, you have to live in the now, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, yeah, you do, that's great, all fine and dandy if you're single, but I have a wife, I've got 3 kids, I've got a career. I can't just think about now. I have to think about tomorrow. So it's like everything else. You find a happy medium. There's nobody that can tell you that you have to float around in this mystical state all your life, because that's not how you're enlightened. You're enlightened when you realize that you'll never have all the answers, and you still have to live a life, and there's going to be suffering, there's going to be happiness. You don't always have to be in a loving mood. You don't always have to be in a bad mood. You have to balance everything in your life. And I think that once people grasp that, they become happier, because I did. And I found a way to almost calm my serotonin at will and be happy when I like. And it makes me feel really good, because I'm a stressed out person. I used to be stressed. I get through depressive bouts, and then I realize it's all in my head. It's all in my head. And ever since I changed that way of thinking, I've just been a very happy person. I've been on the right journey. I've been finding the right things in life, the things that I really wanted to. And I guess I'm going to have to go back and start doing these frequency things again, because listening to those particular notes just will make you happy. So go ahead and get on their YouTube and Google 528 Hertz, just HZ, if you're not familiar with frequency, and 528 HZ, and you will be blown away. Listen to it on headphones, close your eyes, and you can even go to sleep listening to some of these things, and wake up totally refreshed. And I'm telling you, if you have any belief whatsoever, it'll be effective, and it's more than just placebo, I'll tell you that much. So good luck. Tell me what you guys think, and I look forward to the next video, which is all about, I don't know, figure it out.